How is it hanging, YouTube? This is King of Pharaoh Imps back here with another episode of Deck Theory because I believe any card can have a deck for it. Today we're looking at this card, Spicy Spy. The reason I decided to build a deck around this, look at it. And yeah, by the way, that is the OCG artwork, otherwise we wouldn't have all that going on. But anyway, it's such a cool card, even though it is kind of change for us here in the TCG. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Basically what he does is he's a warrior, level 3 fire, not the best stats, 1200 attack, 1300 defense, and he gets an effect when he's normal summoned, which is, you look at one random card in your opponent's extra deck, and if it has 2000 or more attack, he gains 1000 attack, putting him to 2200. If it has less than 2000 attack, you gain life points equal to its attack. So most likely, you're going to be revealing something that's over 2000 attack, because it's the extra deck. So he's going to just be a nice little level 3 guy up to 2200. If on the off chance you reveal something like Excitonite or something else that has just under 2000, then that's not too bad because you're gaining almost 2000, and that's sort of a free solemn warning. Or it just puts you at a bit of an advantage, but mostly you're going to want to gain the attack, which is I guess what I built it for. For the rest of the monsters, we are using one Crane, just because if by chance Spicy Spy gets destroyed, then you can go ahead and Crane, bring it back, and just maintain something on the field, just some sort of advantage. And then one Marauding Captain. You're not going to normally be using Marauding Captain to special summon Spy, because Spy only gets the effect when it's normal summon, but a Marauding Captain just allows for more power. He can also act as a decoy from Spicy Spy, so that you can just draw into things to kind of get him more powerful, or you can just go double Marauding Captain to create a bit of a lock until you draw stuff you need, and like I said, just more seize power, I guess. And then lastly, one Birdman, because should you summon Spicy Spy and you get the effect where he does give you life points instead of attack, then you can go ahead and bounce him back with Birdman and be able to normal summon him again next turn or that turn or something like that, and then just get the attack boost. Also allows for, I guess, synchro power, more Xyz power, just a good card. Next onto the support. I figured that Spicy Spy being 2200, it'd be pretty weak, so it'd need something to kind of boost it up. So I decided kind of the most reliable thing would be equip cards. Instead of picking one of these and comboing it with Hidden Armory, because Hidden Armory you do skip a normal summon, so that's not the best. I decided to do a combination of these. So the first one is Fusion Sword Marusami Blade. You can only equip it to a warrior type, and that warrior type gains 800 attack. So with Spicy Spy, after the 1000 attack gain, that puts him at 3000 for a level 3 monster, which isn't bad, and has the additional effect that while it's equipped, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So you get a nice little 3000 beater that's not going to lose his extra attack gain, by normal means, of course. So that's just a decent one. And then another one is Magnum Shield. Magnum Shield also can only be equipped to a warrior, so that's going to be Spicy Spy. But basically, depending on attack or defense, its attack and defense becomes the combined amount of its attack and defense. So for example, Spicy Spy having 1200 attack, 1300 defense, in attack mode is going to have 25 attack, 100 attack as its base stat. And then with an extra 1000 points, it's going to be 3500, because it is only original attack and defense that it gains. So that's going to be nice, little 3500. The only thing is that Magnum Shield can't protect itself like Marusame Blade can. So that's why we're kind of using a combination of both, mostly whichever one you draw, because there's no really reliable way of searching it. And then from there, just kind of some staple stuff that has kind of some that's worth being mentioned. Pod Duality, because you're not really going to be special summoning, because Spicy Spy gets a normal summon effect. And then of course, since we have Rhoda at 3, you can go ahead and use that. That's a nice reliable way between Duality and Rhoda to search out your Spy, and then just go ahead and get his effect, get it going. And then just 2 Warrior returning alive in case, he gets destroyed, and you can just bring him back and use him again. So for extra stuff that you could use, possibly, you could use a turbo engine with Card D, and of course maybe Upstart Goblins and some Threatening Roars and Reckless Greeds, just kind of that engine there. Then of course maybe something to help with in case he gets his effect by gaining life points. Instead, you could use Fire Princess to maybe deal 500 damage to your opponent, but maybe not really so much. I mean, it is also a fire thing, so you could kind of have some sort of support with Spy and with Fire Princess, but it didn't make the cut, basically. And then lastly, something as a possibility would be Gravity Bind, because it can kind of keep your opponent from attacking until you can kind of get your Spicy Spy off, or just let you have that on the field, of course, because Spy is a level 3 and not a level 4, and then he can just continue to attack. Also, you're going to want to back this up with other staples, of course, and then maybe some useful traps to protect your Spicy Spy as well, and just keep him on the field and keep him wrecking and attacking. And then the extra deck, just a basic rank 3 extra deck, but most notably, you might want to use an Alucard to control the back row, and possibly a Soul of Silver Mountain, since ideally you would be running Cranes and Marauding Captains, and they're both Earths, and Soul of Silver Mountain just kind of helps controlling back row as well, similar to Alucard, but it's a nice kind of wall as well. So that is basically the gist of the deck. That's the idea of trying to use Spicy Spy, you know, the theory of it. Of course, it's not a top tier deck. You'll mostly be using it with maybe like tier 3, 4, even 5 or whatever decks, but it's just kind of a fun idea because, I mean, just look at that card. It's it's amazing. So anyway, of course, if you have any ideas for this deck, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you have any ideas or suggestions for the next episode of Deck Theory, go ahead and let me know as well. And let's see what else we can get in the new season of Deck Theory. Remember to subscribe to show your support, and leave a like and a comment to let me know that I am doing this right and it is going well. And this has been King of Pharaoh Imps, signing out.